We respectfully request the Sangha great virtues for the sake of this assembly and all living beings. Please turn the wonderful Dharma wheel to teach and guide us how to end birth and death, leave suffering and attain bliss, and quickly realize non-birth. Cung thính đại đức tăng thịnh, vì thứ pháp phối cấp nhật thiết chúng sanh. Tịnh chuyên diệu pháp luân giao đạo ngã mùng, như há liêu sanh thoáng tư ly hữu đạc lạc, tốc chứng vô sanh. Homage to the Blessed, Noble, and Perfectly Enlightened One. Nam mô Sadanto Suche Doye Ola Hodi San Miao San Puto Sie. Nam mô Tát Đát Tha Toya Daya Alaha De Tam Miệu Tam Bồ Đà Toa. The unsurpassed, profound, subtle, and wonderful Dharma in 100,000 million aeons is difficult to encounter. Now that I'm able to see and hear, I will receive and maintain it. I vow to fathom the thus come one's true and actual doctrines. 无上甚深微妙法，百千万劫难遭遇，我今见闻得受持，愿解如来真实义。O Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, Great Master Sutra, Great Master YongHua, all good monks and nuns, and all good non advisors of Emitofuo. Chư Phật Bồ Tát, kính thưa Trí Giả Đại Sư, Thiện Tiến Hóa, Quý Thầy Cô và quý vị thiện tri thức Ca Di Đà Phật. Hello everyone, today is the 16th of August 2025. Thank you for joining our discussion of Vimalakirti Sutra. We're here at Go Forest and we're on slide 387. The chapter is about Buddha land. Here, the context is that the Buddha, when the Buddha was beginning to speak this sutra, he manifested some very auspicious signs. How? Because when you see a Buddha or a sage, what you want to do is make an offering. So the assembly has some representative with the elder sons. There are lots of elder sons, 501 of them. They step up and they each brought one canopy of 7 jewels. And so you have 501 canopies being offered to the Buddha. And Buddha then used spiritual powers to combine them into a huge canopy covering the entire galaxy. Okay, and that's the auspicious signs that we're talking about, how the Buddha would show off and kind of get our attention. Because if you're there, can you imagine you see all these giant IMAX projector, okay, into the sky, and you see what's happening there, and it's bound to get your attention, okay? I love to see a James Bond movie projected on the canopy. Okay, 387. So the idea behind this is, I know here we follow the Tiantai school of explanation, the sutra from Great Master Sutra, and so they talk a lot into the kind of details that really are very advanced. So it's cool to be exposed to it. So I try to bring it down to earth for you, and we're trying to tell you that all this is, you don't want to disregardless. This is very important. So plant the seeds for your future references, but you need to understand that Buddhas, they understand psychology. They're very experienced doing this. Okay, and this is what. Yes, last night we talked about the Dharma is thus, the Dharma is that way. That's how they speak Dharma. So Buddhas, through time and all places, this is what they do when they speak Dharmas. Okay? It's not like they have to do something different to stand out. It's nothing like that. It's just how the Dharma is delivered traditionally from all Buddhas to us. Okay? It's kind of cool. So this is why it takes a lot of blessings for us to be able to be there and see these fascinating importance. Okay? And so when you do that, okay, when he showed this manifestation of this huge projection of the entire universe, what's happening, Buddhas in their own Buddha land, speaking Dharma in so many Buddha lands. Can you imagine the kind of projectors that would require? And you're able to see everything. It's fascinating. And that's why the Buddha have a way to rouse our admiration, our excitement. Okay? And that's when he realizes that you're ready to be taught. Okay? It's contrary to the way we taught here in our world. We basically say you calm yourself down and then you listen to the Dharma and so forth. Buddha's here, when he spoke Dharma to the bodhisattvas, mahasattvas, and the celestial beings and so forth, he roused up the feelings. He gets them excited, and therefore they're so excited. Oh wow, this is so cool! So they're ready to receive the Buddha's teaching. Okay, so Buddha's teaching is taught. They spoke the Dharma. Each one of them got different things out of it. That's why it's called personalized. Does it make sense? So when he spoke Dharma, he says, I will speak to you today about Vimalakirti Sutra, but each one of you hears things that are appealing to you. It registers to you. That's why it's meant by personalized. It's not clear in Chinese. Okay? See? 一转亲. So the meaning is directed at each individual. That's the fascinating part about the Buddha Dharma when it's delivered to you. The same word the Buddha spoke, but you get different meanings. That's what is meant by the Chinese phrase. Isn't that cool? Huh? I understand more Chinese Buddha Dharma than Chinese people. I love Chinese. The Chinese language, it's so concise. Okay, it has so much depth. Next section. Thereupon, the elder son Baoji, accumulation of treasures, in front of the Buddha spoke in verse.
于是长者子宝积即于佛前以偈颂曰
Okay, so you see, right here, okay, there's this elder son. The elder, this is the most influential person. If you see him walking along the procession, Buddhas, and then you see Mahasattvas and so forth, okay, kings and queens and so forth, these elders will be the first one in line in terms of importance. That's why they usually walk a certain order. Okay? And so this elder has a son called Baoji, okay, with Dharma accumulations, or treasure accumulations. So this guy, his role is to accrue and accumulate treasures. Okay? Talking about wealth and riches. Yeah? This is way beyond the list of wealthiest people in the world. It's way beyond that. Okay? This is treasures. It's not just money. It's treasures. You're talking treasures, you're talking about money, you're talking about gold, you're talking about arts. Huh? The real treasure nowadays, because you buy in arts, they appreciate one of the fastest appreciations in art. You didn't know that? Okay, now you know. Okay, and what else? That's right, Bitcoin. Okay, and so when you hear in the sutra, you should be very careful, okay? Should not take things lightly. When the guy is now mentioned, the elder son Baoji, you got to remember, this got to be someone very special. You don't get to be among the Mahasattvas and Buddhas by being an ordinary person like us. Forget it. We ain't going to make it. Okay? We're not let in. It's very much like these exclusive clubs in New York City. You think they let us in? Never. Depressing, I know. Okay? So, and so the son here, in this slide 389, says, okay, his profound and brilliant spiritual powers could understand the intention behind the manifestation. You see, so this guy is actually a bodhisattva who manifests himself as a lowly elder son. You see, in Buddhism, you have to be very careful. The bodhisattva have a tendency to hide the real identities and manifest as someone a lot smaller, short, and small, like the 6-pay chart. You realize how small 6-pay chart is? About 3 feet, maybe 4. Okay. When he sit down, it may be 2.5. But he is gigantic. See, the Koreans are shocked. I would joke about, their idols, the 6-pay chart. Serves him right. He should manifest something big, not small. Okay. What? Who? Master XC? True. Master XC, we have to say for yourself. Why are you so short? This is from your disciples in Gold Forest. They said, Master XC manifests himself a very short monk. Like the 6-pay chart. He by 6-pay chart the same height, I say. Yeah, he's ignoring you. No respect for elderly monks. Okay, so he is actually a bodhisattva. Okay, so we should watch out. The short monks are usually bodhisattvas. They're meant to inspire the assembly to aspire to enlightenment and to demonstrate auspicious sign that indicates Buddha's realm. Meaning that it's so exciting. It's so exciting. That's nice that you want to have it. You see, it appeals to our greed. It's so nice. Can I have one? Okay? So we want to have something like that. So this is why, okay, they appeal to our greed. Okay? But in a good greed, if you will. It's good to be greedy for good things. But to be greedy for bad things are bad for you, it's actually not a good thing. Okay? So sometimes good greed is actually beneficial. Lloyd says, I can't think anything good about my greed. Yeah, he said, I'm hopeless. Oh, I'm having a headache. Okay. So anyway, and not only that they are excited, say, wow, this is so cool. I like that. I have one of those, like that one of those. Can I have 10 of those? I would ask myself, can I have? And also because this Buddha's state, the Buddha's realm is so inconceivable, okay? And it's something very special. Just think about it, how blessed this guy is to be able to see that, to witness that. He has no more doubt. Agree? That now you listen to me and say, I don't know, this guy sounds like a salesman. More like a comedian than a Dharma master. So okay, so you have some doubts. But when you see the Buddhas manifest all the auspicious things, you get excited, you know? So he would then spoke some verse. So this is sort of like in Vietnamese we have said we speak and becomes poetry. Xuất khẩu thành thơ. Okay, meaning as soon as we open our mouth, poetry comes out, and that's wisdom. This is why, by the way, the Chan monks of old, like 6-pay chart YongHua, love to say things in poems in a verse form. The same principle. It is believed that those people have so much wisdom. As soon as they open their mouth, it sounds like poetry. Mm-hmm. Okay. It is so cool, isn't it? That you propose to your wife, say, I am reciting poetry to ask you to marry me. See, it rhymes. You're not impressed. Not stupid person has a question. Careful, don't get in trouble now. Okay, if it's okay, are we still together? Okay, so he recited something in a verse format. And there are 36 lines of verse. You know, if you do 2 lines, I'd be so impressed. He said 36. Many fingers. Okay. First 17 lines, reasons for manifestation. So you see, here he describes, he says, I understand why the Buddha manifests the auspicious things. See? Very wise man, he got it. And the following 19 lines, praise the manifestation. You say, wow, this is so cool. Okay? The first part, first 17 lines is now divided into first 9 lines and next 8 lines. You see, it is too tien tai for you. They are so detailed. They know so much that they have so much wisdom. The depth of their wisdom is incredible. Okay, it makes us feel humble. So much more we can learn. So that's why we study them. First 9 lines, praise superior responsive, a Dharma body. Next 8 lines, praise lesser responses, distant cause. Okay, and they explain immediate cause, distant cause, and so forth. They tell you that in cultivation is why we teach you to do things, this thing or that thing, because they plan distant causes and immediate causes. Okay? You see, in Buddhism, it sounds casual, but actually it's very deliberate. Superior responses refer to extraordinary appearance and majestic virtues manifesting when teaching bodhisattvas. What he's talking about is superior responses, meaning that when Buddhas needed to teach bodhisattvas, they would manifest wonderful things, because that's the only way to move bodhisattva's mind. You know, bodhisattva's mind, they can be moved, but it takes a lot. So only Buddhas can move their minds, and they require a tremendous amount of work. Okay? And that refers to superior responses. Okay? And superior responses, why do they have to do with Dharma body? Because what's referred to is, Buddha says, I show off to you, bodhisattvas, because in connection to my Dharma body, my real body. Okay? And you see this? Okay? This is because you too can have this superior Dharma body. Don't stop. Keep going. Okay? And what about lesser responses? Lesser manifestations when they're teaching low level, lesser people, like arhats, like Shravakas, arhats, and Pratyeka Buddhists and so forth. Okay? And expectations are much lower. They don't expect to be connected to the ultimate Dharma body. Okay, so it takes a lot less work. So okay. So Buddhas are they adapt to the messages to the listeners, if you will. So they manifest impressive things because these people need to be impressed by the superior responses, and then when they don't need to save electricity, Jumi, are you proud of that? Huh? Buddha do not waste electricity, so they manifest low responses, lesser responses. Okay? But I assure you, Jumi, that eventually, with all the waste we're doing, okay, we'll be able to give you superior responses. So it's a matter of time. She's not so old. Yeah, you guys are tough. Okay? Next slide. And that's why in various sutras, Buddhas would manifest different things. Sometimes they cast off their riches, and they will put on soil robes. Even don't take showers for a while. Ew. And dirt and dust, and then they become so scary because you think they're going to come rob you, and that's a Buddha. Can you imagine? That's what they do too. So sometimes when you walk down the street, when you go to Tony's Pizza, and see guys, can you spare some change? Could be a Buddha. Yeah, cool, because he's testing your generosity. I'm warning you. Be ready, okay? I usually carry singles when I go to that area. Okay, bro, no problem here. Be happy. Okay, now, another thing that I like about here is that, you see, traditionally, they allow you to ask questions. They don't simply say, listen to me, let me speak, and I keep on talking for an hour and a half, and I stand up, thank you very much, okay, and walk away. No, it's interactive. So the question is, why are there these superior responses to be proximate causes and lesser responses to be distant causes? Okay? You use the words, and this is again as typical when you speak and you use words they don't understand, they're going to ask questions. Okay? And that's part of the work. There's no need to pretend you understand. No need to limit it so that you don't have to answer question. You have to make time to answer question when you speak Dharma. Okay? And it's a give and take. Yeah? And so the answer is superior responses are those that are connected with the Universal Collection Sutra right here now. Manifesting auspicious sign, therefore proximate cause. Lesser responses, those that expound lesser teaching in the past, distant in terms of causal connection, therefore they're distant. You see, so it's very kind of scholarly, but basically it says proximate responses that is more of immediate interest to you. Okay? Lesser responses are, it will take time. You need to marinate first. Okay? Immediate responses, approximate responses, like you can fry it right away. Okay? And lesser responses that you have to marinate first. It takes, you're not ready to be fried. You don't get it. None of you girls cook at all, clearly. Okay. Cook. Okay. Anyway, so they have their reason of calling different things. Okay. See, in other words, when you talk about proximate responses or lesser responses, it's like proximate responses like, I know they're mature right now. You about ready to get the benefit right now. Okay, lesser response that, okay, this would take some time before it happens. Huh? What? Like non-stupid? Non-stupid is that immediate responses, proximate response, or lesser responses? No, lesser responses. Yeah. All right. So far, so good. Next question. See, when you open the floor, they ask more questions. It's welcome. Well, I'm glad you're back. If lesser responses are Tripitaka are indeed matters of the past, how can they be considered distant causes for present? Answer. Lotus Sutra says, for 20 years, I've been constantly having them remove excrement, after which the minds and substance will believe entering, exiting is not difficult. So what does it mean? It means that's what I've been talking to you about. Marination is a lesser response because it takes time, distant causes. Okay, whatever good things happening to you right now, okay, you don't realize there's some distant causes that brought you to this point. Okay, so it's always a combination of proximate causes and distant causes that bring to this thing here. Okay, and which kind of brings up a question: why have they discriminate between distant and proximate causes? What's the big deal? To us, does it matter? All we care about is Tony's pizza. If it's because of distant and proximate causes, who cares? We just want to eat. No? It's so American. See, the Chinese are, oh, that's a lesser cause. That's the proximate cause. We Americans, I don't care. Cut the pizza. Hurry up before it gets cold. Huh? So I'm bringing more practical considerations, if you will. Yeah, cool? Yeah? Okay? All right, this is a Chinese wisdom. Yeah, we are practical American wisdom. Answer! Therefore, now go together, Shravaka, expounding Maya Sutras, manifest superior response body, merging canopies, on and on, real. It should be known that current are made of manifest or lesser present, therefore they're distinct causes. You got it? Okay. It's too much. Seriously. I need a drink, that kind of response, this is too much. Regarding approximate, but it's kind of interesting, bear with them. There's a reason for this, and it's important for us. We don't need to agree with everything. We can discuss things, but it's important to be exposed to it. How? Regarding approximate, there are two parts. Okay, first two lines, praise benefits from form and sound. Following 7 lines, extensively praise benefits of form and sound, whatever it means. Both brief and some praises are for previously expounded universal collection sutra and cause and effects for the proper retribution. How do we know? See, there's a logic here. It escapes me. You get it, huh? No stupid? No? Okay. Doesn't matter. See, they go on and on and on. And this is to point out to you that there's certain, at scholarly level, they really can go on and on about discussing things. Okay? Whereas all we care about is, where is the beef? Where is my pizza? Okay? But it's okay. There's that for others, and we're just looking for different things. It doesn't mean that we should ignore them. Just say, hey, yeah, it's not my cup of tea. Next. He speaks of the Dharma of neither existence and non-existence, and that all Dharmas are born due to causes and conditions. Okay, so the Tien Thai school, what's interesting here, and I really don't place a lot of emphasis on understanding everything, but however, I want to be exposed to it. I want you to hear about it. I want you to plant the seeds. Does it make sense to you? Understanding is overrated to me, okay? But just because we don't care to understand, we still need to plant the seeds for understanding in the future. Agree? Okay? So that's why you cannot be one-dimensional. You always go, I want my pizza, I want my hamburger right now. Okay? Sometimes you have to first eat bánh xèo. Vietnamese crepes. Okay. Yeah. Did you enjoy the bánh xèo? Huh? Ain't it special? Okay. Yes, Way Mountain.
Master, you mentioned the pizza, but I think that Americans have developed some patience to wait all year for the best watermelon in the summertime.
Agree. What color do you like? Red or yellow?
The rojo.
Rojo. Yeah. Amigo. Numero uno. I agree. I gotta have a little fun. To me, and I apologize to the patriarchs and to the great Dharma masters. They have a style of delivering the Dharma. It's very adorned, very distinguished. Okay, and more like a meat and potatoes kind of thing. I'm more casual, more Americanized, and I promise I will get better. I'll become more sterile and pure. You like that, huh? I know you like that. Okay. So it's very detailed. They break it down, every single 2 lines. So this is why, this is why. So this is why, this explanation, the sutra, is like 10 terabytes. Of course, you non-computer, you would not know what I'm talking about. They tell them terabytes is like, oh, it's 2 pages. No, it's a lot of pages. Countless pages. And so the Tien Thai people, they go on and on and on. And it's great to know where we can go for the details that might interest us. Okay? In the future, let's say you try to impress a potential wife. You want to go back to all this to impress her. That I have death, honey. Never mind. Right into 2. First half phrase is merit and form. Next half phrase is merit of mind. So they're talking about, see the division here. Form, okay? Something you can observe, okay? You see, the form is important. You cannot ignore form, okay? And then with that form, you need to be accompanied by mind. It always 2. Okay? So Great Sutra says Buddha nature is over form and not form. Okay? Again, Tien Thai kind of wisdom. Some people are falling asleep. Ate too much. Ronald says, Master, because of lecture, I'm holding back on my lunch. I said, no, don't worry. Yeah. Just eat, enjoy. Okay, so Buddha nature also form and not form. How is it called form? Because of Vajra body. How is it not form? Because the 10 power and fearlessness are not form dharmas. See that? These intellectually, all the Buddhist teachings they mesh. They use certain names, certain concept, because it's on purpose to depict this beautiful tapestry called Buddha Dharma. Okay? So we can pick and choose. It's like when you go to the museum and look at these old tapestries at the Vatican. Been to the Vatican? No? Never been to the Vatican? None of you? Calling online people. Anyone has been to the Vatican? Am I the only one here? You all peasants or something? Huh? The Vatican is like sacred ground. St. Peter's Basilica, anyone? Didn't you want to go there and bow? This is a sage, guys. Superior person. Yes, Wei Mao.
Hi, Master. I've been there before.
Thank you so much.
One more.
Thank you. Okay? Thank you so much. Have some culture, folks. You are just, I wanna eat bancel. I wanna eat my burgers. I wanna have my tacos. I wanna my Tony's pizza. Come on. Culture. Okay? Dẫn đi hả em? Muốn dẫn đi hả em? He says, we should have a pilgrimage. I said, yeah, okay. Who's paying for it? Oh, by the way, folks, I'm reminding the Vietnamese now. When I started practicing, I started teaching. I started practicing. A lot of Vietnamese disciples would come to me and say, "Oh, you're a monk?" I say, "Yeah, I'm a monk." He says, "Would you like to go to India on a pilgrimage?" I say, "Why? I don't have any money." Very blunt. I have no money. You think I have money to go to India when I can't even pay for my, for my food and my rent and so forth? And he says, no. You organize these pilgrimages to India, to the sacred grounds, and all the participants will pay for you. They pitch in and pay for your airfare, your hotels, and then at the end, you'll probably end up having $5,000. I say, wow, I can live for at least 10 years on $5,000. So shall we do pilgrimages? No? No one? Yeah. Vatican? We're not talking India, okay? We're talking Vatican. Hey, Ronald, what do you have to say? He says, no, I'm too old. My wife won't let me out of the house, except going to the temple. Okay? So, how do we get to Vatican and form and so forth? Oh, I was thinking about a tapestry at the Vatican. I know, yeah. I have another hour or so, and we'll be done. And you can go shopping. Jesus. You are the most challenging group. I talk and everyone, some people are falling asleep. Some are looking at their watches. Some I say, I can't wait to go to Tony's Pizzeria. How much longer they have to be here? And Liang says, I want to go too. Okay? And so why they are going to looking at tapestry? It's like the Buddha Dharma. It's like this beautiful artwork. You know, that those huge tapestry at the walls. They hang on the walls, by the way. You don't walk on them. They're priceless tapestries. So they're as big as... they're so big. It's about the size of this wall here, stacked together. So you cut it in half, you stack it up, it's about the size of the tapestry. It is beautiful. So when you look at it, can you look at the whole entire thing? You can't. You have to look at one piece at a time. Same thing with Buddhism, Buddha Dharma. You don't have to learn only one piece at a time. But eventually, you'll be able to see the entire thing. And you say, wow, what a work of art. That's exactly Buddha Dharma, let me tell you. Okay? Okay, now it breaks it down further. Praise the form of eyes, 32 hallmarks of our body. It says here, okay, again, Chinese logic, okay, kind of interesting to learn, Asian logic. There are many parts of the body, the head is most revered. Okay, and from the head, the eyes are essential. Therefore, that's why they praise all these, the eyes and all these things. It says that praise also a form of mind. You see, it's so scholarly, and it's kind of interesting to go through it very quickly. And that's my only interest is go to expose you to it. But you see, the Buddha's teaching is very subtle. We don't need to understand everything. Just like I'm very subtle. Okay, I take it back. It's not working. None of you is buying it. Okay, but the point is that it takes a tremendous level of wisdom, like Master Chucha here, the author of this study here, would be able to discern the depth of the teaching, if you will. Okay, that's tremendous wisdom, let me tell you. We have a lot to learn. Okay, a long way to go. So be humble. We ain't seen nothing yet. Agree? It's so much more wonderful things to uncover. Okay, don't be satisfied with so little. It is only we're barely scratching the surface. Okay? The Buddha's eyes are as pure, extensive, and broad like blue lotuses. His mind is pure, for he has transcended all Chan samadhis.
目镜修广如青莲，心境已度诸禅定。
So before we go into the details here, see right there, form and mind in parallel. You see? So that's the nature of the praise. Beautiful form and then beautiful mind. See? Beautiful form, beautiful mind. You don't get the joke? Okay, moving on. Okay, now Chinese wisdom. Eye is governed by liver. When liver is sad, the eye tears up. Now you understand why you keep on crying. Because your liver is sad. Isn't it wonderful? Now we know why we cry. It's not because of the husband, but it's because your liver is sad. Ronald, can you remember that, please? It's not the dog, it's the poop. It's not the wife's fault. Okay? It's because your liver is sad. Isn't it interesting? The kind of wisdom here is kind of different. For us, I'm sad because of you. You are such a mean person. But no, Chinese, they know better. They say, I'm sad because of my liver. You like this? Wrong? You should go home. You tell your wife, honey, Mahayana is so wonderful. I'm no longer resenting you. It's my liver has a problem. Why I've been crying. So praising eye is praising great compassion. So great compassion is connected to great liver. Is that a fair deduction? So start exercising your liver. Can you get it? I don't get why is go from great liver to great compassion. But that's Chinese wisdom. I'm not lying you. This is from the Chinese text. Xin, please verify that it's a translation. It's not my imagination. Isn't that cool? This is to remind ourselves there's a lot more going on than we can possibly understand. This is why when you go to these acupuncturists, they think you take this needle and they tickle your liver because they know something we don't. And because they have great compassion. Question, does Dharma body also have marks? Okay, typical American question. Okay, Dharma body, does it have marks? Of course, Peter would never think of it, but I'm sure that Malcolm would think of it. Yes, Wei Mount. Is that you, Malcolm?
No, Master, this is Sarah. If I
hello, Sarah, my favorite Vatican visitor.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
So, about liver and tear, I checked the chat GPT. There was some good information if you want to hear it.
Oh, love to hear it.
The liver is linked to the emotion of anger in Chinese traditional medicine. When the liver is imbalanced, a person may get irritability, anger, frustration, or even sudden outburst. The liver is also connected to the eyes and tears. That's why in Chinese thought, when the liver is weak or overwhelmed, people may cry more easily. So not being angry connected to compassion.
So is there a way to massage the liver?
I haven't checked that yet.
Yeah, please check it up. Look it up. I'm cheap. I don't want to go see acupuncturists. They charge too much. Can I just... Only 50? I don't have 50. I only have 5. We bargain. That's interesting. Think about it. So it's Chinese medicine. Hey, don't be laughing. Don't laugh, because there's wisdom there. Chinese medicine is a lot of wisdom behind it. Yes, Wei Mao.
Master, so for those who depressed and cry a lot, we just need to fix our liver, and then we don't have that problem and anger issue.
For that, we recommend bionic liver.
Oh, okay, thank you, Master. But how do you
Anytime.
do it?
Anyone else? It's kind of interesting, isn't it? I don't know about you when I hear about these things. My nature is, I'm curious. I say, can I get some way of exercising my liver so that my way of stimulating my liver so that when my girlfriend makes me cry, I stop blaming her and I'll blame my liver and then exercise my liver. Wouldn't that be cool? Then there'll be no more war in the world. Huh? Peace on earth and at home. Okay, anything for the peace of mankind. Okay, Dharma bodies have marks. We're still waiting for the chat GPT to tell us how do we massage livers, or how do we enhance our livers besides eating salt. Have you ever had fried liver? It's very high in iron. If you have iron deficiencies, the doctors recommend you eat liver. And it's best you add a little bit sea salt. Beautiful. Yes, Wei Mao. No.
So since you asked the next question about massaging liver,
Yeah.
ChatGPT said, great question. In traditional Chinese medicine, you don't massage the liver organ directly, since it's deep inside the rib cage, but you can massage acupressure points and meridians that regulate the liver channel.
Fantastic. ChatGPT. Yeah, I'm so impressed. Thank you so much. And this is how you use AI, by the way. You don't let him drive for you. Okay, you ask them for information only. Don't let them do anything for you, because they can take over the world. Okay. Yeah, so cool. So you cannot massage the liver directly, but you can do acupoints. Okay, it doesn't tell which one, but I'm afraid to ask Sarah for next set of questions. Which acupoints? And then you're going to say, I'm so obsessed about my liver. You bet I am. Now I know I don't have to be sad the rest of my life. I'm excited. Just massage it. This is supreme response, manifested in the Dharma body. By seeking these eyes characteristics, one attains the Buddha eye of the Dharma body. Hence, praising response body is indeed praising a Buddha eye of Dharma body, or the characteristics are similar to this. Got it? Okay, moving on. It's so cool. They make sense, but then it's a little bit too detailed. Okay, I want you to be exposed to it so that it's part of your acquiring culture and knowledge, so that you don't simply say, "Oh, I've been to Go Force for 5 years now. I really learned so much." And what have you learned? Oh, liver. How to massage liver through pressure points. Therefore, Lotus Sutra says, the subtle and pure Dhamma of all body possesses 32 hallmarks. Okay, so to these sages, it sounds like really contradictory, but actually it is profound Mahayana. I want you to hear it. I want you to read it, because I want you to be exposed to what profound Mahayana really is. Okay? They're not trying to impress you. They're not trying to get your donations. They're not trying to get your adoration. Just telling you the facts. Okay? And the Dharma is thus. That's how it is. Okay? However, I is general term. Okay? Furthermore, see, this is how detailed the Tiantai people are. I want you to remember this, because when you hear someone say, I'm a Tiantai school person, this person is very smart, much smarter than we are. Okay? So don't go into argument with them. You're going to lose. Look at how much they know. They go from form to mind, and then somehow it gets to liver, and then it goes back to eye again. Okay? Yes, ma'am. What? Less of friction. Absolutely. I don't know what she's talking about. Okay, 5 types of eyes. Remember this. This is kind of interesting. Okay? I keep this because I'm curious myself. Okay? So it says flesh eye. What is a flesh eye? There are 5 kinds of eyes you have. You all have. You just don't know how to use them yet. The first one is called flesh eye. What does it see? It says coarse material forms. Meaning what? It can see the zits on your face. I mean, your blackheads on your face. You're not impressed. Okay, I don't care. Meaning what? You can be here. Open your flesh eye. Okay, somewhere here in your head. It's not exactly here. Okay, don't get me wrong. And you go home, and then Jeannie's going to say, open. And she can't see anything. And he says, Master YongHua is so wrong. And I'm saying in general. Okay, the flesh eye. Yeah, it's somewhere here. Like Xian Fa says, somewhere here. You are spared from that. I sit here, speak Dharma, and I look at all of you. All of you are so impressed and so serious about learning. Look at Ron. Ron's so happy. Xian Fa going. It's not easy, let me tell you, to be up here. So flesh eye, for all practical purposes, I want to remind you, because it's going to happen to you. Okay? You sit here, okay? And then you say, I wonder what my brother is doing. And all of a sudden, you can see that he's actually smoking behind the house. That's flesh eye for you. And the brother is like 20 minutes away on 280 and 680. You don't know the areas. You guys, 280 is right there, 680 is right there. And Sacramento is right there. Got that? And Ron's house is somewhere in between. Where do you live, Ron? Milpitas?
Close to Milpitas, yeah.
Cambrian Park?
No,
Berryessa? Oh, Berryessa is up and coming neighborhood. They have, by the way, those of you who are thinking of moving to San Jose, Berryessa is an up and coming neighborhood. Good schools, and most important, good BART. They have a BART station there. Huge BART station there. And it's not cheap. The house is how much?
0.5, 0.6. Good size, 1.5, 1.6.
The lot size.
Lot size, 7,000, so about 5,000.
6,000. I've looked before I asked you. Berryessa average is 1.6, 1.7 mil as of last week. Right? Am I about right? Huh? 1.6, 1.7 million dollars. It's Silicon Valley. Don't look at me like that. It's not my fault. It's very, very expensive. Okay? That's why they recommend that you live in Cambrian Park, up and coming neighborhood. Okay? How much?
Cambrian a little more expensive. 1.7 above Cambrian.
Okay, never mind. What do I know about real estate? Trying to impress realtors. Not very smart. You can't win. These people and mortgage brokers. Forget it. Okay, I take it back. All right, so flash eye, you can see. You hear. You can see through walls. You can see, oh, somebody's just walking into the house. Isn't that cool? That's a flash eye for you. Not the flash eye that you have with wearing glasses and going to see your optometrist. No, it's a different kind of eye. This is your flash eye. Okay? There's a spiritual eye called flash eye, which can see coarse material forms. Okay? Remember the definition, coarse material forms. Okay? Next one, heavenly eyes, which he can settle forms of causes and effects. Definition. I want you to memorize if you're curious, because you say, what are the 5 spiritual eyes that the Buddhists keep on talking about? And this is a definition, and one day you understand why. And one day you open your heavenly eyes, oh, of course, it's because I too, prior life, was a goddess. A lot of you came from the heavens, by the way. Okay, how do you know? Yes, XX.
So subtle forms of cause and effect, meaning you could see past lives? Is that what it means?
You can see the causation. Why you're a bird now? Now Ron is intrigued. Look at his face. Oh yeah, I want to do that, he says. Cause and effect, meaning that with the heavenly eye, you can see that the reason that you are this way, because in a prior life, they see connection. You this way, because in a prior life, you killed the shogun. Never mind. Okay? So heavenly eye has a cause and effect, and there's a connection. You're able to see the connection. This is why in Master YongHua's circles, they put a lot of emphasis on this eye here, heavenly eye. They call it spiritual eye, heavenly eye, because you can see cause and effect. This is what motivates you not to break precepts. Okay? So why are you, for example, why are you tall nowadays, which doesn't apply to you? Okay? Because in a prior life, what? You were a black basketball player. What do I know? I need to have an open eye. You believe everything I tell you, Ron? Ron says, oh, really? This is why I'm short? No. So it's funny because you see the heavenly eye, because you see there's a causation there. You're able to see that because you can see the connection. So for example, when you see someone do a killing thing here, like kill cockroach, you can see in the future, it'll be a cockroach and being smashed. Okay? Isn't it interesting? Do you find it interesting, the flesh eye and heavenly eye? So far, so good? Huh? This is why people, they're able to see, oh, because sometimes, I don't know which eye it was, sometimes I look at a girl, okay, one of my relatives, I say, wow, you look like a bird. Then his dad, who also has a real eye, he says, no, she's more like an octopus. So we see different causes. Cool? So no one is right. I'd like to tell him, but he said, no, you're wrong. Isn't that cool? I know it's a little bit more than you Caucasian can handle, but it's kind of a different world. That's called spiritual eyes. Okay? When really, if you simply do not reject it, and you heard this thing here, you say, I have a flesh eye too. You all have it. But it will not operate if you keep on saying, no, Master YongHua is pulling my leg. No way. It's scientifically unproven. That's why I'm telling you all these things to keep your mind open and flexible. Okay? Don't deprive yourself of these cool things. You sit here and all of a sudden you see things elsewhere. What your body is doing to your car, and so forth. It's cool. Don't shut it down, okay, guys? Okay, just because you don't have it yet, the Buddha Dharma, the teaching here is designed to keep you open-minded. There's a lot more going on than we realize. And don't deprive yourself of that opportunity. Your eyes are for real. You should. And you will be able to use it one of these days. Okay? Okay? Yes. What do you want? Let me see. She asked me in Vietnam, he says, what was I before? And I said, let Karnak see. What is meow meow? Yes, one. Power up. Still have to power up.
It is.
One of them will work.
Now it's working. Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah, it's working.
Sorry. So, Master, thank you, Master. So, why can't we see it now? Is it because we are?
There's a reason why you can't see it. Eventually, you'll be able to. I promise you. You will be able to see it. And eventually, when you see it consistently, you understand why. Okay? This is a very good question. Why can't I see it? You have it. I have. If I have, why can't I use it? It's because you are preventing yourself. You're doing things to prevent yourself from using it. Okay? It's just like the money in the bank already, but you can't access it because of the husband. That kind of thing. Vice versa. Because of the wife, we don't know. I don't want to be sexist. Okay, Ronald says, this is too much. I respect women too much. Okay? Yes, 6. 5, whatever. 6, yeah.
Is it that we can't see it because we're not pure enough?
Something like that. Yeah. It's just like, I have YongHua's wife at Jewel Forest right now. She's in green. She's interested. I'd like to see. Yeah? Okay? And let me tell her. Yeah. Let me tell her. Yeah. That's her. Yeah, that's you. YongHua's wife. I don't know her name. Yeah. She's into 卜卦. She does 紫微 and all those things. She can read things. When you go to Korea, you definitely want to talk to her. She can read things. And she can see things. Okay? By doing these readings. Am I correct? Nay? Yeah, is it nay? Okay, say yes. Okay. So, another way is instead of using those things you use, you can use your eyes and say, meow meow. Okay? And this is what the Bodhisattvas and Buddhas do. They use these eyes. Okay? Yeah. All right. Third eye. Wisdom eye, which sees the principles of both coarse and subtle forms, arise from a mind partial to truth. Okay? What does it mean? Okay, this is very, very, very precise. Okay? Carries a lot of subtle meanings. But what it means, the wisdom eye, is that it's able to see emptiness. You see that? Principle of both coarse and subtle forms, arise from mind to partial truth. Okay? It is accurate, but nonsensical to you. Yeah? That's why I explained to you. Wisdom eye is that you're able to see empty. Okay? To prove a point. Who has a $100 bill? No one has it? You're too smart for me. Hey, Ronald, you have a $100 bill? This guy is too wise for me. A real wise guy. Okay. So wisdom eye is that when you see it's empty, you can put it down. That's why it's called wisdom. You cannot put things down because you don't have any wisdom. You're so attached to it. You think it's real. Okay? When you have wisdom, that's when you're able to see it's empty, therefore you can drop it. Does it help? Okay? Okay, so that's the wisdom eye. Your third eye. Should we continue or should I skip this? You're not interested, are you? You look like a bored, especially like YongHua's wife. She said, I don't know, I prefer my... Okay, next. 4, Dharma eye. Again, boys and girls, you all have this. You just haven't been able to wield it, that's all. Haven't been able to access it, use it at all. Okay, so you have so much capabilities in you if you give yourself a chance. Dharma eyes, which is coarse forms, see mundane truth or dharmas arise from subtle minds regarding cause and conditions and false names. Okay? You see that? This is so scholarly. So Dharma eye is, I have no idea what it's talking about. Dharma eye is, to put it bluntly for you, Dharma eye is what Bodhisattvas use. Third eye, wisdom eye is what Arhats use. They have this. Arhats only have 3, number 3. Arhats can have 1, 2, 3. So far so good? but they cannot have 4. 4 is more advanced. Bodhisattvas have 1 through 4. So far, so good. Okay. Number 5, Buddha eye is only Buddha who has it. It can see anything and everything. Okay? So Dharma eye, for example, one of the advantages of having a Dharma eye is that if you have this, then you can look at a person and you can tell which Dharma you should be speaking to him to help him become enlightened. Arhats cannot do that. Arhats have wisdom because they can drop. Are you impressed? Shall I do it again for you? You for cheap entertainment. So far, so good? So wisdom eye is that I have wisdom, therefore I can drop it. Dharma eye is that I can drop it, okay? However, I is more than dropping. Dropping is easy. I know how to help you remove your attachments. Which Dharma should I use to teach you to let go? You like? So you're heartbroken? Come see a Bodhisattva. Don't go see a therapist. He'll teach you what exercises, how to massage your liver, and you can drop your wife and you're no longer sad. Yes, Ronald, 7.
Master, so I'm just kind of curious. When one gets in connection with his own self-nature,
Yes.
does that allow you to get those 4 eyes, or only the first 3 eyes?
4 eyes.
4 eyes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But the self-nature, does it go away once you open it, or I mean it's
No.
like if we stop false thinking, right? Does that mean that we have some connection? We will then have connection with or I should say, the self-nature will have connection with us.
Something like that. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I don't want to reveal the state secret.
Okay.
But good questions. Eventually, you get there. Don't worry. Okay? Sometimes we don't want to tell you too much because it excess baggage at this point. We only need to know so much to get there. And once you get close enough, we tell you, hey, don't keep going. Don't go that way. That's all you need to know. And then you naturally get there. You see, what people make a fuss of is that I know how to do it. What we teach you is, you know how to get there. You know, we stir you to get there. All you have to do is keep walking, keep going, and then just like when you're driving, you're driving, right? When you drive, you're always like this. You remember? Right? Your hands are never still, correct? Jeannie, do you drive at all? Jeannie, really? My hands are always still. I'm in samadhi. Then you'll be dead already. The hands are always like this. Same thing with cultivation. We realize that instead of telling you like GPS, we simply stir you. Okay? Adjust. This is what matters in cultivation. Okay? This is necessary, without which you get an accident. You cannot get further. Does it help? The analogy? People make a big deal. They'll say, I want to be Bodhisattva, I want Mahasatva, I want Mahayana, I want American Mahayana. It's no big deal. It's about this. Because even though you know how to get to Costco gas, okay? But if you don't have to do this, you die before you get there. Make sense? So this is the oversell of the fact that, yeah, as a Costco gas, you go to Costco gas? Me too. I don't go to Costco, but I go to Costco gas. Because you save 1 penny a gallon. Sometimes I wonder, yeah. But anyway, why do things? It adds up. What do you mean? Why are you laughing at me? Over my lifetime, I should save at least $200. So the point here is that people make a big deal out of, I know how to get the Costco gas, but what we teach you is this. What we do for you is this. Keep going, but make sure you do this. Okay, watch out. Don't look at the sign. Okay? Go left lane, right lane. Okay? That's the most important part of cultivation. You understand now? We do it for you. After I'm gone, someone has to take over and do it for the rest of you. Because I'm watching you. Say, not stupid people. Okay, so far so good. Buddha eye is the most powerful, the most wonderful, the real you, the you at your best. Nothing can stop you. You know everything, you see everything. Okay, so you see, look at the Dharma words used here. Seize principle, middle way. Okay, how many people you know who say, I know the principle, the middle way? When was the last time you heard someone telling you, I understand the middle way, I see the principle of the middle way? Your boyfriend? I'd be shocked if your boyfriend and say, I understand the middle way. Can I tell you about it? Let's go on a date and we discuss the middle way. How wonderful it is. I'm a man of substance. I understand the middle way. Perfect, true Buddha nature. Okay, look at all these things, we're so far removed from, you have no idea what he's talking about. Can also illuminate both coarse and subtle, okay? Cause and conditions, and instances and principles. It all makes sense, by the way, but not to you. Black t-shirt. 2.
Thank you, Master. I just, when I've seen not the principles of the middle way come up, but at work when we're tasked with building something to a security specification, but then the customer, the business stakeholder has a business need, the middle way is a term I'll use to try and find a compromise that meets both needs, or halfway meets the needs of both, that everyone can agree on.
Yeah.
That's been a situation where I've seen the principle of the middle way in real life.
It's a little bit more than that, but basically it's an application of middle way in the sense that you should look at both sides of the equation. You ask me, simply put, you should look at what women want, what men want. You can't say, I'm a woman only, I'm pro-man. It has to be both, okay? Otherwise, there's no balance. Middle way is balance. That's a very rough way of explaining it, but actually a lot deeper than that. How deeper? It has to be both men and women. At the same time. Now you're confused. You look confused. I'm a man too. Some women say, I'm a man too. Yeah. Yeah, cool? So middle way is very profound. Okay? But it has applications. Middle way, as I said, it has means you have to look at both sides of the equation. It has to be a balance. If I gain, and if I only gain and you lose, we cannot have a relationship. It has to be gain, gain, win, win. That's middle way as well. Okay? So it's cool. That's why you begin to be more human, if you will. You don't always insist on winning, on me, but sometimes you have to lose so that you can win. That kind of thing. Okay? Just like my president. You have to lose to Putin before hopefully he'll win later. That kind of thing. You know? Sometimes, I don't want to go into politics because some of you are Democrats. You have to wait until you get down to WMT, then I'm a lot more open-minded. Yes, sir. It hurts some people. You laughing because you are so insensitive. The Democrats are suffering. Yes, too.
Oh, Master, I'm so glad you brought this up. It turns out, visiting Republican Way Place, Master.
So obvious. You guys are so obvious.
Master, they have ice here. Not immigration enforcement.
That's too much.
Here, I can have a cold drink. Master, here, I don't have to solve a Rubik's Cube before I can throw out my trash. I can just throw
down
it.
there you have to do so?
Yeah. 4 options. I never know which one. Yeah. Here, trash goes in the trash. And I just wanted to say, for the record, to all of my Democratic Dharma brothers and sisters at Way Mountain Temple, that if this is Republican Mahayana, then I am very interested to learn more.
You guys are too much. The Koreans are shocked. They say, is that how you guys learn the Dharma in the U.S.? Okay, thank you everyone. We stop here today.